Christmas tree is one of my favorite Christmas decorations. Now, this may not be one that you have in your home because a Christmas tree is that special tree we decorate with very particular kind of ornaments called chrismons. Chrismon like Christ monogram, like a symbol of Christ. Now, I usually assume that if a tradition goes back as far as when I was a kid, it probably went back to as far as Jesus was a kid as well. So I guess for the longest time, I thought that that night Jesus was born, Mary and Joseph hung a baby's first Christmas ornament on their tree, and it was the first chrismon, and Christians have been decorating chrismon trees ever since. The truth is, the chrismon tree is a relatively new tradition. It was started by a woman named Frances Spencer at Ascension Lutheran Church in Danville, Virginia, all the way back in 1957. Ascension Lutheran always brings in a ginormous cedar tree into their vaulted ceiling sanctuary during Advent. And Frances and her elves wanted this to be a place where people would come and visit their tree, but not just because it was beautiful, but because it could tell the story of the gospel. Churches in all denominations and all around the world picked up on that tradition, and they've been carrying it on ever since. Our own chrismon tree here at Trinity contains dozens of symbols that help tell the story of the life and the teaching, the death and the resurrection of Jesus. And even though the chrismon tree itself doesn't go back very far, many of these symbols are ancient. So there's the cross anchor and the ichthus, or Jesus fish, which are some of the earliest symbols Christians use to identify each other. There's the chi rho, which are the first two Greek letters of the word Christos, or Christ. There's the crown, which helps us remember that this baby who was born into the world is also the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And the butterfly, which symbolizes the resurrection of Jesus and the invitation God offers each of us to a new life born in Christ. Each of our chrismons were handmade by members of Trinity, crafters and artists. Some of them are decades old. They were made with love by saints who have gone on before us. Some of them are brand new, made by a whole new generation of people who wanted to help tell this story of Jesus. They are cross-stitched, they're beaded, they're embroidered, all of them in white and gold, the liturgical colors of the Christmas season, and each one telling a part of God's story, the story of God coming close to us in Jesus Christ. So as you decorate your own tree this year, as you pull out those ornaments and each one tells a part of your family's story, maybe you also include a chrismon or two. You pick a Christian symbol that is your favorite, that's particularly meaningful for you. You put that on your tree, and it helps you remember and share the gospel story of Jesus Christ.